Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review will be Raya and the Last Dragon. Let's get to it. Now, this is a Disney film, and if you familiar with my channel, a lot of times when I do these cartoon reviews, I say the same thing. These are animated cartoons, but the storyline is mature for adults. You know what I'm saying? They could have made this like a real story. It probably would cost more with the CGI and all that, but they could have made this into like a regular story. And but they made it to cartoon form. But if you follow the storyline, it's not really like kiddish or whatever. It got serious plots and thoughts behind it. So let's get into it. So the main character, of course, is Raya. It's played by Kelly Marie Tran. Co-starring with I might butcher these names, but bear with me. Aquafina played as Sisu. Gemma Chan plays as Namari. Daniel Day Kim plays as Chief Benga. Benedict Wong plays as Tong. Sandra Oh plays as Varana. And Isaac Wayne plays as Boom. Now, Isaac Wayne, he was in that the movie called Good Boys. He was the Asian kid that was, the cool Asian kid that all the kids came over his house for his party. So that's who he plays as. Now let's get into the storyline. So basically, this storyline is Raya and her father, Chief Benga, are the keepers of this special orbit spiritual orb, for lack of better words. And they're the keepers of it. And he's been sent there to protect it. He's been raising Raya up to one day so she can protect it. All of the colonies was once together. So you got the Heart tribe where Raya, her father, is. You got the Clan tribe, and you have the Fang tribe and the Spine tribe. And they're all split apart. Heart tribe is really the one that's leading everybody because they have all the resources. Plus that orb that they got. A lot of the other colonies pretty much feel as though they should have it too. So it's always been a war. So Chief Benga pretty much, he wants to make peace. And he wants to invite all of the tribes together and pretty much let them know, like, we can create Kamandra. And Kamandra was what it used to be, where all colonies was just one. They were all together helping each other. And he wanted to show a thing of good faith, bring everybody in, feed them, or whatever. So when he does that, you find out that all the worlds used to have dragons all over. There's no more dragons left. There's one dragon that no one was able to find, and that dragon is named Sisu. And at this point it's like a myth whether it's real or not. And there's these like spirit demons type that are underground. So when the other colonies come to the Heart tribe, the Fangs got a little daughter as well. So she sees Raya, and her name is Namari. She befriends her. She's into dragons too, but her mission is to follow her mom's path, befriend Raya, and get information. Of course, Raya was just down where the orb is, being gullible. The girl gave her a little dragon thing to show her, like, yeah, I'm a dragon nerd too. And so she like, I want to show you something. So she want to show her the orb thing. And so pretty much at that point when she took her down there, Namari hit her and then set off like fireworks to let her mom know that she was in there and to know where she was at. So everybody started to race to that location. The dad knew what it was hitting for, so they went in defense mode. The dad made it there. They was trying to fight off all the different tribes, and they all said we should have this, and they all warned. And then the orb ended up getting broken into pieces, and each tribe grabbed a piece of the orb. And what happened is, like I said, the demon spirits that were underground came up, and when they have this cloud, anything they touch turns to sand. I said sand, stone. And so what they're doing is the cloud is facing everybody, and the dad is pretty much telling Raya, look, he injured his leg, and he was pretty much telling her, you got to keep going, you got to protect this piece of the orb, and defend our colony pretty much. And she was like, no, we can make it together. And he like, no, I'm gonna just slow you down. So he pushed her off of the bridge, and then he turned to stone. So if it went from there, and Raya had this little pet, I don't even know what that thing, like a beetle or something, and it rolls, but it was like real small when she was little. So fast forward probably about 8 years later, that little thing became this big thing that she rode on or whatever. So in this picture that you see, that's what she's riding on, that big thing that it rolls, look like a beetle or something. And so she's off, and she's running past all these places where the demon spirit things turned a lot of different people into stone. And she's on a quest to find Sisu, because what it's been known that Sisu can establish the orb and make a whole new one to bring a power back to the land. And so she gets down to like her last place to look. And so on this also who's looking is Namari is looking as well. And so Namari has the Fangs, they really took over. They're running everything now. And Namari got her own crew now. She's older now too. And she sees from afar Raya is going into this destination. So when Raya goes into this destination, she finds Sisu. And she's excited, and Sisu has been basically just blending in and hiding. And so Raya is explaining to her everything that's been going on. And so Sisu pretty much saying, every time you give me a piece of like the orb, and they got to go to these 4 different places, she absorbs some of the powers of her siblings. Sisu absorbs the powers of her siblings. So each time she get a piece of the orb, it gives her the powers of her siblings. So then she gets, when they keep getting the different pieces from the spine, the talon, and the last one is the fang that they get to. She gets a power of, she could turn into a human shapeshifter. She controls, she could be, her gift herself was she could swim. That was her gift, like she could swim real good. And each one of her siblings had a gift. So as she's getting these pieces of the orb, she's pretty much getting their gifts. And also, she didn't know why they chose her. Like she was like the runt of the group pretty much, and they chose her to be the one to hold the orb, and pretty much why they fight off the demon people, she can escape. And so that's what the journey is. The journey is to get all the pieces back together and to get Sisu to form the orb again or whatever. So they go through a different trials and tribulations, and along the way, Raya picks up different people that have been lost without their families, that turn into stone and stuff, and she picks up her own crew along the way, and a lot of different adventures. So overall, it was a decent film to watch. Eventually, what took place, Namari and Raya battle it out, and then Namari really didn't want to do bad. It was really her mom pushing her, and so she ended up turning good at the end, and she the one helped them form the orb back because Sisu got killed at first, but then they formed the orb back and brought Sisu back to life, and then they brought everybody that was turned to stone back to life, and they end up having Comandry at the end of the film. So it was a decent film to watch. Out of my 4-star rating system, I give this a 3 out of 4 star. It was a decent watch to watch. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.